Everyone is a DJ. Welcome back to our 7th episode, wherever you're watching from. We hope that you're good and feeling well. My name is Manu. We got Wesley out in Toronto. What's happening over there, bro?
Same old, man. I don't want to talk about the weather again, but that's all there is going on out here. I sent Manu a screenshot of the weather app yesterday, minus 20 degrees, and that's all we really need to say, bro. Yeah. What about you, bro? You had a pretty busy weekend?
I mean, to keep it on the weather, I was in Romania for literally, 18 hours, and it was a -2. It wasn't too bad, but somehow I lost my jacket after my gig. I gave my jacket to the organizer, and then after I finished my set, she was like, would you mind coming to the back to locate your jacket? That thing was gone, bro. And I was like, guys, you got CCTV, can you please check? But it was a bit of a chaotic organization that they had backstage, so
yeah,
it was completely gone. But to be fair, I've had that jacket for a while, but still, that's beside the point. That's not how you want to lose your jacket, man. But
yeah, I mean, poor form from the promoters. But I mean, we've all had our jacket lost and stolen on a night out. Things get chaotic. Drunk people pick up the wrong ones. That's probably
I've got such bad luck with that. I've lost a hoodie. I've lost a jacket. I've lost hats. Like, man,
a backpack. I owe Manu a backpack, guys.
Lost a backpack, and that was so. Wesley lost my backpack at our first club record event. Right. So I don't know what I need to do, guys. Like, yeah, I don't know. I need help. But no, but when it comes to even, I don't know, losing shit, I saw a meme lost his bag, his DJ bag, I think it was, in Dubai. And he shared a story on Instagram saying, he finished the set. Obviously he's trying to pack up, and this bag was like nowhere to be found.
Really?
And I think he went back to the hotel and realized that the AirPods were in the bag. So then he could locate and track the AirPods, and like from Dubai ended up all the way in Abu Dhabi.
You're kidding.
Yeah. So ended up in Abu Dhabi, and then, working with the promoter, they were able to locate the bag and get it back. But
you know what, like in Dubai, you wouldn't really expect it because it's so like, that kind of thing in stealing in Dubai is like a big no-no. And it almost doesn't happen. So I wonder if it was, somebody acting maliciously, or it was just an accident. Somebody picked up the wrong thing.
I think as a DJ though, like most of the time you just have your guard down because you think everyone's here to see me, have a good time with me. I'm the main attraction. I'm the guy for that night. So you're just like, that's the last thing that can happen, right? You've got security there. The organizers are there to protect you. So you're just like, nothing's gonna happen. No one can touch me. But often that's when, when your guard is down, things happen. So yeah, man, life on the road for a DJ isn't always friendly, and you've got to just have a wits about you and be alert. But yeah, man, it can happen, bro. It can happen to anyone.
No, taking care of your stuff. I mean, when I travel, I'm obviously not on the road, but I get stressed out, just like constantly checking, do I have this? Do I have my passport? And you're traveling with all these little items. You got your headphones, your wallet, your passport, and then everything else that goes in your carry-on. So I totally
You're gonna be that paranoid dad, always checking your kids.
Yeah, 100%. I'm taking everyone's passport. Yeah, man, I've got a system. I've got my fanny pack. I'm also gonna be that guy. Fanny pack on, passports in the fanny pack. That's it. Nowhere else.
I'm a late. I show up to the airport late, 40 minutes before sometimes even. I'm just like, all right.
That's mad. I never do shorter than 2 hours.
No, bro. Come on, man. It's 2026. You don't need.
Nah, man. I want to arrive, take my time. I want to go sit down. First of all, I mean, if you're on the road all the time, it's a bit different. But I want to go have my airport pint. It's always well deserved.
Oh, you need a pint.
No, it's different. One of the best pints ever is the airport pint. Come on.
I guess it also depends on what type of trip it is. Yeah, if it's a trip with the boys, then of course you're gonna be there, have a couple pints, get some food. But man, for me, I'm just like, all right, 1 hour, that's all I need. Like yesterday in Romania, to come back to London, bro, going through security took 2 minutes. So then you're
Really?
just standing around. So I was like, man, I could have shut up 15 minutes before
I get
and
it.
still would have been fine.
But yeah, look, when you're traveling for work, when you're gigging and stuff like that, I kind of get it. And I mean, if you're only in Romania for 18 hours, it's not like you're checking a bag, you have everything on you. So I guess you can do that. But even then, man, I still do like hour and a half max. I can't. I'm just a
No, I get
stressful
it.
guy. Stressful guy.
Sometimes also depends on the airport, the country,
Yeah,
technology. Like London is the best. I mean, London now you don't even have to take out your laptops,
really.
liquids, nothing. Leave
That's
everything in the bag. It's smooth. Obviously, when I was in Romania yesterday, me as a Londoner, I'm like, all right, take my bag. They're like, bro,
nah,
take that shit out. I was like, fuck. I was like, okay, man. But
bro.
no, but yeah,
That's
man.
nice.
Apart from that, good weekend, bro. Good weekend.
No, that's good, bro. It's good. It's good that you're back on the road, man. How was the crowd in Romania, like, for your sound,
Wild, bro.
Yeah.
Wild. The thing is, the first track I played was Native P's remix of Martin Sani.
Okay.
Because I was just like, yeah, let me just go crazy from the beginning. And then from there, just the crowd just went nuts. Yeah, it was a bit up and down the set. I just had to find my flow a little bit. But these Eastern European crowds, they like a certain type of sound.
Yeah.
But also, you also have to bring them along and let them buy in, right? So once they get the vibe, they understand it. So yeah, once I was able to do that, I really had them. But I mean, I even went live on my Instagram for like 20 minutes or something.
Really, that's
Um,
sick. I missed
yeah,
that.
yeah. It was cool, man. It was cool. Crowd was crazy, man. They were very into it. Let me just leave it at that. Very into it.
Love that. Love that.
It
Shout
was
out
nuts.
Romania and shout out Native P. On the topic of weekend, guys, as usual, we're gonna kind of run through quickly the best releases from Friday. I mean, starting with Temba dropping on Mo Black is quite a surprise. So he did a track called "It's All Gone" with Moish, Vasilis, and Kalimija. Really lovely track, I must say.
I like Timber, man. Timber, I think last year, I'm not sure the amount of releases he had, but he is one of the legends in our space. So to get projects from Timber is also good. And yeah, man.
Absolutely. The only thing that surprised me is that Tembo works a lot with Armada. So to see him dropping on Mo Black, I thought was pretty cool. Um, Other releases I got to talk about, definitely the Anne Friends release, Something About You, with a vocalist called Joseph. Super
Love
lovely
that.
as well. I feel
Love
like
that.
Anne Friends recently is like on an undefeated heater, man. He's just consistent.
I think he's got a chance to really become like make a step up. I think he's got a chance to make a step up. Right. I think right now he's definitely, I would say, in that top tier of Afro melodic names.
Yeah.
But I think in our world, it's almost like there's a certain ceiling that you reach, and it's like really hard to get to that level above that. I think and friends can do that, and that's like when you're becoming a star, superstar type of conversation. I think you can definitely do that. But when the track came out on Friday, I just made a short video of listening to the track and sent it to him as a way to say hi. And then he called me back, so yeah, it was good to connect with him very quickly. But yeah, he's doing well, and I think he's gonna have a great year in Friends. But
Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah,
I mean, something I admire about him is he's always kind of pursued like a different path and than the average kind of Afro house producer DJ. I mean, I think at the moment he's probably the remix king. I mean, he's getting sample clearances for songs that if you had asked me never would have happened.
yeah, he's got one with Fred again
Yeah.
that he's working on. I don't think anything's official yet, but as you say, not many artists in our scene have that type of pool where you can get those things cleared and even have conversations about that or even have it being realistic. But yeah, and Friends
Yeah.
it seems like there's nothing that, is impossible when it comes to clearances. But who's got more remixes than Friends? Like maybe Eno Napa. I think he's a big remixer, but
I think, yeah. I mean, the only person I'd really compare to maybe is a Mujo. Mujo's also done quite a few big
Mojo likes his
remixes.
remixes. I think
Yeah,
Hugel's got a few remixes.
Hugel's a big one too. Yeah, for sure.
Jim's, I think now starting to do a lot of remixes, but listen, it's a game. The remix game is one that works. It's tested, it's proven,
Yeah,
it accelerates careers, so I get it. But also I think in terms of like career strategy, guys like N Friends and Francis, for me, they've been able to succeed because they've got also that professional background. When you look at their corporate careers, when you look at their professional careers before music, right?
absolutely.
Where it was they've got that educational corporate background where they're able to translate that and bring that into the music space. So that's also very important, right? I mean, I've got some of that, you've got some of that, and yeah, I think it's also a good message in there to say, if you have a job right now working 9 to 5, those skills can be transferable into music. So learn as much as you can, because that is really key and can really be a big difference when it comes to elevating and progressing your career in Afro House for sure, 100%.
No, absolutely. I believe in that 100%. I mean, from my side, working in operations and then social media on the side for all these years, without that experience, there's no way I would be able to contribute to Club
Oh, but
Records.
quickly, bro, let's talk about your job, because what's happening in crypto? You've told the people that you're a big crypto guy.
I mean,
Bit
now
of a there
now
was a
the world
recovery,
knows.
right?
Yeah. So for those that don't know, I'm still working a day job for now. I work for a crypto exchange as an operator. I'm on the operations team, kind of leading more on the strategic side these days. Yeah, crypto is taking a dump, man. It's bad. It's bad.
What was going through your mind this week?
You know what? Like I've been doing this job for the same amount of time I've been doing Afro House Feed. So I'm kind of resilient to these swings. For me, it's normal. And are we gonna bounce back? Absolutely. No doubt about it. And if you not financial advice, guys, but what I say, people, Bitcoin's on sale, go buy some, buy a little bit, not too much, don't go crazy. And you make, like, listen, you make your money back in time, right? But always, you know, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Just gotta
Diversification is
hold
key.
steady.
Hold steady, man. Hold steady. But you
Okay.
know what? It's not just crypto that's having a bit of a hard time. It's equity markets as well. Gold was at an all-time high. There was a big sell-off, and that kind of created a ripple effect across other markets too. And that's just the way that it works, man. Crypto's a little more sensitive to those swings, but it's everywhere. It's
Yeah,
everywhere.
I think that was definitely one of the biggest news this week. That
Yeah,
Epstein files, which we're gonna stay away from on this podcast, but
yeah. Non-financial advice. Yeah,
interesting time. Interesting time. I mean, in terms of other news that we saw this week, I think we didn't talk about this last time when it comes to Tomorrowland.
yeah,
We touched on tags in making Tomorrowland, making the lineup, but I saw Shimza and Vanko and Rosie Gold were also included. And yeah, I guess this kind of touches on the Afro House presence in Tomorrowland, which is growing every
yeah.
year.
No, you know
Um,
what? Before we move on to that, like I actually think so. 2025, I think there was actually a little bit of pullback on Afro House artists playing. I think there was less. But in 2024, you had some big names. I remember at the time there was Kasango played and a few others. But last year I felt there was a lot less. It was more on the melodic side. Okay, we had Sam and Ajna, we had Erodis,
did Coffee play last year?
Coffee didn't play last year. Shimza played with Erodis, but I feel like that was it. There wasn't nearly as much. So to see things kind of changing this year and going more into like a proper Afro sound is pretty cool to see.
I mean, let's look at the names. Shimza, his sound right now, I'm going to call it melodic.
Yeah,
I'm going
agreed
to
on
call
that.
it melodic. So it fits the Tomorrowland vibe. Vanko, because of Matinsani, has reached that stage where that track, everybody knows it. So when when he's gonna press play on that track at Tomorrowland, it's gonna be a moment and it's gonna go off. So
Yeah,
I understand that. Rosie, I think she is being there's a lot of investment going into Rosie Gold. You know, she made
big time.
the Beatport kind of next superstars list is um like this program where they're investing in the next wave of superstars. So Rosie's got that, and of course Taxon we already talked about. But I think each of these names makes sense to me, especially Shimza with his sound and the tracks that he's pushing and how he's marketing himself. But also, he's become really popular in Europe, Shimza now. Really,
Yeah,
really popular.
he
So
has.
I get it.
Do you think that there's anyone that they missed? Like if you were organizing the event, any key names that you might have considered in addition to the ones we've talked about
Okay.
already?
I guess any more black people.
You call yeah, I mean
Let's see.
let's keep it real here, you know?
I mean, Kitty.
Kitty, yeah.
Is Kitty in there?
I don't think so.
Right. Okay, Kitty's not in there. I think that I mean, who's at a level of a Shimza?
Francis, maybe, you know?
Francis.
I would have
Yeah.
expected to see him there potentially. I mean, that's an obvious one. Definitely Francis. I mean, other bigger names, like, do you think the B3B guys could have been on the Tomorrowland lineup?
Of course they can play there, but I'm not sure if
Is it
I don't
really
know.
that world?
I don't see it.
Yeah, tough.
Not in any disrespectful way, but I'm just like, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't think Tomorrowland would the Tomorrowland decision makers, how do I say this properly? I've got to say this in a diplomatic way. I don't think the Tomorrowland decision makers even have them in consideration, right? Are not even looking in that sound.
I get that. It's different. I mean, like Hugel is playing as well. So is Joey Z.
Josie, okay.
He's playing. I think I could see like maybe a Pablo Fierro potentially. He's a bit more European
But
friendly.
also like I guess both of us have never been to Tomorrowland, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So, let us know in the comments, man. Let us know in the comments if you've been to Tomorrowland. Who do you think would fit at the event that we haven't named?
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we're not really speaking from experience of being there. But I think that, as you say, Francis, of course. Why not Kasango?
Kasango, definitely. Yeah.
Big Kitty. I mean, why not Son of Musician?
Yeah, or is Icks as well.
Or Zakes, even Zakes, better name. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like let's see as time goes on. I think there'll be more involvement. But I mean, speaking of the European crowd, I want to kind of circle back the conversation as to like what's been going on in Ibiza. There's been a few more announcements since the last time we spoke about it. Coffee's back, 9 years in a row. What do you make of that?
9 years at high. There was a TikTok video that I saw of this TikToker, I guess, and he was saying, man, 9 years, why not, upgrade, go to a bigger venue, why high again? Because, I've been to high for black coffee 1 or 2 times. And, I don't want to ruin someone else's experience that hasn't been, but it's rammed in there. It's packed up.
Yeah,
It's packed like sardines. And I'm a big guy. I'm tall. And when you are in these spaces, sometimes you feel like you are imposing on people, especially when you're tall. Like people
yeah,
behind you are like, bro, move. Can't see
yeah.
anything.
That's me, man.
No, but it's true. Like,
That's
yeah.
me.
You know how it is. It's like,
Yeah,
so yeah, for me, it wasn't like the best, but yeah, visuals, production, insane. It's crazy. But again, people are saying they oversell it.
Yeah.
It's too packed. They oversell it.
But
But again, let's see.
I think there's two sides to this discussion. I mean, starting with what you just said, you said they oversell it. So it means like for 9 years and for another year for sure, they're going to continue to make serious money off, their Saturday night residency with Black Coffee. It's kind of become like an institutional event on the island that everyone wants to experience at least once. Most people I talk to who've done Black Coffee, they've gone like one time and then they're like, I'm glad I went, but I don't think I'd really go back again. Right. There's the second thing that I really love, and this is more on the artistic side about Coffee being back at High, is that the curated lineups that he puts on every year is, I think, one of the more special moments, throughout the season, where he's giving an opportunity to especially guys from SA to come and play, alongside him at that kind of caliber venue, with that kind of publicity. I think there's a lot of value in that, and I'm not sure if he did go to another, partner, if he'd be able to have that same, flexibility, but then also pull the same crowd if he's bringing on, like Transmix Soul or Africa Deep or Cairo or something like that.
I see. Yeah, I guess he's built the relationship. It's almost like you think of Black Coffee, you think of High on a Saturday, you think of Black Coffee, right? So it's like,
yeah,
I'm sure he's got some ownership and some level of authority when it comes to that decision making.
Yeah,
just being there for that long. But I guess as well, when it was announced, I wasn't really surprised.
Yeah, same. I expected.
I wasn't really surprised. It was also, I think the announcement wasn't. In the past, when I've seen the announcements, there was more kind of. They were louder about it, if that makes sense. So I think this one was still an announcement, but it wasn't as loud as in past years.
But
do you
think it's because he doesn't need to be as loud after 9 years? I mean, come on.
I mean, I'm not an Ibiza expert, but what's the longest standing residency? Let's Google this.
That's a good question. Yeah, look it up. I mean, talking about the announcement, it is Francis's first, residency, at the club. So there is an element of, marketing and publicity that they're definitely going to have to do. But yeah, different announcement comparing, Francis and Black Coffee, right?
Okay. So Carl Cox, 15 years at Space.
Okay, that's big, yeah.
Cocoon, not sure Cocoon. Forgive me for that. Cocoon, 20 years at Amnesia.
Wow.
Swedish House Mafia holds a major long-term residency at Ushuaia, but doesn't say how many years. Let's have a look here. Swedish House Mafia, 14 years.
Wow. That's quite long.
Okay.
But again, I mean, look, I don't like. If Black Coffee were to do a universe, do you think it would be the same? I've never been to universe either, so I don't know.
The thing is, Fisher's doing universe.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to have the conversation who's bigger, but
I
think
almost asked.
no, but I think that there's a virality and there's a different type of selling with Fisher that you're doing.
Yeah.
The Fisher sound is more Ibiza sound. Like Fisher would attract the more just casual music, Ibiza casuals. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's an easier sell. Like that's not even a debate. That's an easier sell. With Black Coffee, it's more of an experience. It's more of a curated thing. It's more of a, the nerds, music fans are in there. They're like, oh my gosh, Black Coffee. Like, how do you know about Black Coffee? Like, when was the first time you heard about,
Yeah, no,
Fisher's not like that.
Fisher is more of, I guess, you could call it household Ibiza.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, Fisher, Carl Cox, John Summit, I think he's doing a Universe. Like again, techno, tech house,
Yeah,
house. Like that's the historic Ibiza culture, which makes sense.
definitely more of that crowd. I mean, another residency that was announced this week was Blondish at Pasha. Is she doing it with Abracadabra? Do you know, or
Yeah, I
it's
think it's
just
Abracadabra, which is great.
yeah,
It's a great label. They've got amazing records on there.
yeah, huge,
Yeah, I like
huge,
Blondish, man. She's cool. She's also a crypto fanatic, isn't she?
and a Canadian actually.
Oh, she's Canadian too.
Yeah, so she's from Montreal, but yeah, she's big on the crypto. Or she used to push it a lot. Back in the NFT kind of era, that's come and gone. I don't think it's coming back, guys. If you're gonna ask about that, but yeah, she was big on the NFT
She was
side.
big on that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
I like
huge.
Blondish, man. Listen, I'm a big fan of any artist that is active on social media.
Yeah,
Her, Diplo, I love what they do. In our space, there's not a lot of people that do that. I think Virogin,
Vito
he's
Jean,
he's
yeah,
one that doesn't really care and just will try stuff on social media. I want to get to that stage at some point too, where you know you've got something sitting on your phone and you just post it, and also show a bit more of your lifestyle and behind the scenes. But yeah, Pasha. Listen, for me, Pasha alongside Chinois, best venue at Ibiza. Really, really cool spot. So
yeah.
that's gonna be good, and I think she's gonna have some good Afro House names on her lineup for sure. So yeah, if I catch her for sure, I mean I'm gonna go to Ibiza in May for a
Nice.
stag. So if Blondish is playing, definitely gonna try and go to that for sure.
I would for sure as well. I mean, I've never seen her actually play live, but I just got a bunch of videos from her set. She played Johannesburg and Cape Town last weekend. Looked amazing. Incredible energy, a good mix between Afro house music as well as just house and a little bit of tech house sprinkled in there. Um, Great DJ, good vibe.
Crazy. I mean, I was watching the videos as well, and it's just like it's crazy though how different the crowds are for
Yeah,
like a Kanye, a
yeah,
UR,
I know.
and however, like I was just like, man, it's really really nuts. But at the same time, like I get it. But at
But
the
that
same time,
that's
I'm like,
just
wow.
that's kind of how South Africa is, man. I mean, you have parties for different demographics, right? And promoters and sounds and all that kind of thing. Obviously, there's some ones that are diverse, and that's I think usually the best ones. But it was the same when there was the kind of music in SA. It kind of leaned toward one kind of demographic, especially yeah, younger white guy filled that crowd. But then you look at a Kunye or You Are Home, different vibe as
But I
well.
also feel like car music has a good level and a good balance, and that's what I want for club record. I want to be super inclusive and
Yeah,
find that perfect formula of not just having a specific audience and demographic. Extremely hard to do because naturally, your demographic and your identity as an artist is gonna attract what it's gonna attract.
yeah.
But yeah, man, it's a tough one to find that inclusive formula that
It's
attracts everyone.
especially when you're relatively new label because naturally the audience that you're going to attract are the people in the industry, young producers, young artists, DJs, that kind of thing, which it is what it is. It is kind of leaning toward one gender, for the most part. So to start off and make it inclusive off the bat is, I think, a bit of a challenge and something that we're still trying to navigate, but
Yeah, I mean,
in time.
how did you feel about ADE last year? Because to me, that was quite informative of our audience a little bit, or the people that we are connecting with. But I was quite
Yeah,
proud of that because it was diverse. It was very
it was
diverse.
no, it was great. Definitely surprised me, and I won't name names, but what I had heard about other label events, I think we did a pretty good job of attracting a good balance, and Is that the brand? Was that the lineup? Was it both? I mean, there were some people there that I was super surprised. I had a few conversations. Who are you guys? Oh, they know about the label. They're a fan of this DJ. So that was great. I think we really need to continue building on that, as we go into future events,
Maybe
for
it just
sure.
comes down to having a black and white face at the
Maybe,
front.
man. You know, you never
Maybe
know.
that's what it is, bro. Maybe it's just like, all right, all you need to do is just have a white guy, have a black guy, have a white woman.
Secret sauce, bro. That's how it is.
No, listen, maybe
It's
I'm
true. It's true.
overcomplicating it, but I don't know,
No,
man.
no, no. Listen. It could definitely be it, bro. But one thing I want to ask you, man, we're going back to talking about social media. DJs doing their thing, like Vito G, and I think he's doing a great job. But what are some, like, I guess you could call it Afro House icks, starting with social media, that come to mind?
Afro House biggest icks.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's turn this question to the listeners as well. Episode 6 was great. I saw a good engagement on Spotify and YouTube. So I know people are watching and they're listening. So let us know. Let us know in the comments. We might chop this up and put it on Instagram. Once you see that reel,
Yeah.
make sure you comment. Let's have a conversation. And listen, keep it respectful. But one of my biggest icks I'm gonna start with is probably everybody trying to be Hugel when they're promoting the track and be with a laptop on a waterfront and acting like, I don't know, man, promoting the track. Listen, promote your track however you want to promote your track, but the first thing I think about is Hugel, and it's a bit, okay, I'm not gonna say cringy, like you do you, but it's a bit of an ick when I see that, and it's just like, you're on your laptop on your waterfront with your sunglasses, dancing, singing.
Yeah.
But also, there's so many ways you can promote a track, and it's difficult. It's not the easiest thing, but it's funny.
Look, especially there was a time where that did work. I think we're 3 years past the prime of that kind of content, guys. So if you're listening, you're an artist, producer, try to do something original that's more you. Don't try to copy what you've seen, because yeah, saturated content, sorry, does not work
Yeah.
anymore,
What
boys.
is it for you though? What's give us an ick?
I think an ick for me, and it's been around for a while, is kind of the taking Afro too literally when you're naming the track and doing the artwork for the track. I think it's like sometimes it's a bit much, guys. Like we don't need to do too much cultural appropriation. Like it's all good. Just keep it real. That's my ick.
But too much village Africa type
Yeah, man.
vibes.
It's just, bro, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere, and it's just like, come on, guys. Like, relax.
Do you know what? I think I don't blame the people that do this, and I think they all have good intentions when they are illustrating Afro House in this way.
Yeah.
But you will notice when this happens is usually, it's not Africans that do this type of illustration,
No, exactly, man. Exactly.
which says everything. But you know, African and what Africa means isn't just animals and these kind of
Yeah, like
this culture that
tribes,
yeah
and all
tribes
of
and
that.
all that
I
yeah.
mean, it's also like Africa's not a country. All of that. It's one big theme. So, I mean, if your sound, I can understand your sound is like, okay, it's working very closely with this region in Kenya, for example, right? Like I know Fuzak and those guys, they'll do a lot of stuff like that. Then cool. Like, make sure that the artwork pays homage, or use artwork that's reflective of what you're doing. I think that then there's a cohesive story. It's great. But a lot of times you just slap on like an African mask or like something like that, and you say, yeah, Afro House. Nah, man.
No, I
we're
get you.
we're too mature now as a genre to be doing that. Time to move
I
on.
feel like we could have this conversation for a while, and we can. I'm happy to
Yeah.
keep going. But I think for me, another one that I've got, and I've got a few more that I want to actually touch on. Another one that I've got is the knob twisting.
Really? No, I'm about it, bro. I'm about it. But you gotta
Bro,
know what you're
no.
doing.
The knob, I'm a knob twister, but it's an
Yeah.
art, bro.
It is.
Knob
100%.
twisting is an art. People need to stop, looking at this as it's like, no, it's part of, no. You need to know what you're doing. If you're going to knob twist, the mid knob specifically and the isolator, make
Yeah.
sure you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
This is an art. You gotta feel it. You gotta add to it, add to the moment. You're not trying to do too much, guys. When you're knob twisting, you're not trying to do too much. Like, you're not doing it because this person is doing it and this is how they do it. No, you gotta do it your way. But that is a nick that I've got. It's just like everyone trying to play with one hand in their pocket. What are you, bro? Nah. Bro,
But you know
don't
what?
let me go crazy, bro. Nah.
It's, I get it. I mean, that's a tough one because first of all, it's not that often that, I mean, for me personally at least, I would play on a V10. So if I'm playing on a V10, I'm definitely, just because of the opportunity, I'm gonna mess around with that isolator in the middle. But no, I get it. And also, what I will add to that is, yeah, like you said, find your own way to run with it. Don't put the reverb on and do the wah 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 like every other bitch these days. I get it.
B word, okay.
Sorry.
Right. We can listen.
We gotta cut that out.
We can take it there. We can take it there. All right, it's your turn. I've got a few more, which I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm
listening.
What's yours?
I think an obvious one is, we'll keep this one short, is just because Kind of Music played your track doesn't mean that you've made it. And we're all kind of, I mean, I'm super
say it again. Say it with your chest, bro. Say it with your chest.
Just because Kind of Music played your track doesn't mean you made it. Boom.
All right, now listen. 5 seconds of silence just for that. This one has to be felt.
There was a guy, actually, I'm not gonna say who it is, but he had in his Instagram bio how many times Kind of Music played it. He had a counter, played 6 times, played this, and I was just like, okay, man, you do you.
Bro. Yeah, I'm a huge kind of fan.
Same.
And I get it. Like, when they play our music, our club record tracks, it's special. Like, it's a feeling. We post about it. It's what's the word? It's ammunition, right? It's good content that we use to push our tracks. But to feel as if when they played the track, you're now this guy, you're now the guy, you're now the chick. Nah, man. You've got a long way to go, man.
I mean, there's a lot of people's heads just grow because Ami played their track.
I'm seeing it right now with so many people, and I'm just like,
yeah. It's the ego that comes from it. It's not that you shouldn't be proud of yourself or use it to market your track. Obviously, like that's what you should be doing, and we do it as a label too. But don't grow an ego from it. That's my
guys. People listening, you can feel how passionate we are about this conversation. So let us know in the comments, because this is a huge topic. Bro, I think we could probably have a segment every week of like the shit that we've seen in Afro House that pisses us off.
Yeah.
What else have I seen? I mean, okay, one thing, and this is more, again, DJ specific.
Mm-hmm.
What's the vocal? What you waiting for? Put your back in it. Just a little.
Work.
If I hear this one more time, bro.
No, I'm also that one needs to die, man. 100%. I've had enough.
Listen, I don't mind hearing it, but if you don't know how to drop that acapella, don't you dare.
Yeah, exactly. It's there's an art form to it too, and it's a classic. But again, it's just like just because someone else did it doesn't mean you got to be doing it too, man.
Another one is that Shimza. Woo!
Yeah,
Bro. That's
I
another one
can.
that I'm seeing everywhere. I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, that one. I mean, especially these days, bro. Like, make your own Woo or make your own this. Use Suno, man. I don't know. Just come up with something different, guys, please.
Yeah.
That's all
Just
I ask.
okay, your turn. Your turn. We can wrap it up, but your turn.
The last. What other ick do I have, man? I guess. You know what? I mean, I think I've covered my two, man. I'll think of some more for next week. But yeah, I'm still feeling heated about the kind of music one, bro.
But I think a good one, which relates to our next topic, is Beatport chart manipulation and fake streams, bro.
Yeah,
And this is part of this underworld and unspoken activity that happens in Afro House, especially at the top. Not everything is what it seems. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of motives that power the success of a lot of these tracks and music, and you can manipulate a lot of it when it comes to streams. There's bots. You can pay for playlists, especially on Beatport. You know,
yeah,
you can create fake accounts. You can do this. You can do that to manipulate and ensure that your track reaches a certain level on the charts. But again, this was something that before we started Club Record, I was unaware of. And of course, as you know, as you get into the business, as you start to negotiate, look for ways to push the tracks and find success, it's almost like, yes, but, what about this? Like, did you guys, have you guys thought about, just like, what do you mean? It's like, no, this, you can do this. Like, there's people that can do it for you. There's people that can do sound campaigns, fake sound campaigns on TikTok, and they can create fake reels and fake TikToks using your music, and it's shit that you would think it's not happening, and how could it be happening?
yeah.
But it's happening. It's happening.
No, it's everywhere. I mean, not just on the streaming and download side. It's also on social media too, right? We know there's some artists, not art pages, artists, whatever, companies out there that the followers aren't real, the engagement isn't real, and it's the same concept, right? You can pay for streams. There's streaming farms that operate in all kinds of different models everywhere. And I think it's just part of the game. Like my question is how good are the DSPs generally at detecting when something is organic and when it's not?
Well, now because of and AI kind of taking this bot streams world into a whole new level,
Yeah.
they're cracking down on it. I mean, I was watching. I'm not sure if you watched it when I sent you that AI video. It's like a mini documentary,
Yeah.
but they've got whole teams now just to look at streams and stream manipulation and detect it. There was an example of this track that they were looking at just to see if it was actually real streams or not. And they saw that the amount of streams it was generating, it was the same amount throughout the day. Like it wasn't, going,
Up, down. Yeah.
fluctuating. It wasn't decreasing at night. It was always the same throughout.
Right.
So that told them it's like, this is highly suspicious. This isn't real human behavior. So they flagged it, because it was like the same amount of numbers, the same activity, the same level throughout the day. And it was multiple days, right? So that gave them all the information that they needed. But,
And they
you
caught
know,
it. Yeah.
bro, how many times before, even looking at playlist placements, I mean, we got scammed a few times, but how many times did we kind of analyze playlists and found out that it was full of fake saves and fake followers on those playlists? Like,
Yeah, there's some tools. I mean, guys, this is kind of common knowledge. It's not private information, but there is a platform called Submit Hub that, if you have an account, you don't have to pay for anything. You just sign up for an account, and you can put the URL of playlists on Spotify, and it'll give you kind of an analysis of whether or not that algorithm thinks that the platform is using, fake streaming and bot followers and those kinds of things. So use the tools that you have available to you. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, because once you start, I mean, it's the same on Instagram. Once your account kind of gets flagged for malicious or spam or that kind of thing, it's really hard to kind of recover from that. So you have to be careful. I mean, same for us as a label, man. Not that we're doing anything like that, but if we did it on accident, can get ourselves in hot water.
No, but it's very easy, I think, especially at the beginning when you're trying to compete and you're trying to find ways to close the gap with the competition, right?
Yeah.
It's easy to kind of be led astray and believe in quick success and shortcuts. Again, playlist placements is a thing that people do. Like, you can pay for a top one spot and people make a lot of money with that.
Yeah.
Some of those playlists aren't real and they've got fake saves. But it's a big one, man, especially on Beatport. I think Beatport is pretty good at managing this, and some of the tracks on there that are at the top are genuine and it's real. But sometimes when you look closer, you're like, yeah, there's no way this track is a top 10 track. There's no way that this track is top 5. Like, you can
Exactly.
create hundreds of accounts and buy your own track. Like, £100 is nothing to some people,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that makes a difference sometimes for a track being, I don't know, top 70 to being top 10. It's like 100 downloads, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's a tough industry to navigate, because it's also, I wonder how, the people that do that consistently, is there a return or it's all just publicity? I don't know.
I think the return is if you are, yeah, if there's an uptick and there's some traction that happens, right? Because I don't think you do it just for a short-term result and ROI. I think you do it because you want longevity.
Yeah.
We know of labels that invest $500 every day on a track once it comes out for a month, for 2 months.
But then there's also labels that'll go back and change the release date and do all this funny
My
things as
goodness,
well,
don't
man.
get me started on that.
Yeah. Like, so there's two sides to it. I mean, what do you do with that 500? I mean, the labels that we know that are doing it are, very legitimate, super powerhouses. But then there are some big labels that we know have gone back and done some funny things just to manipulate, what streams look like. So it's a game.
It's a game. It's a game. It's a game that isn't fair.
Yeah.
Not fair at all. And no one cares, guys. Like, no one cares. Like, if you're over here crying in your corner and you're like, yeah, but your shit's fake, they're gonna be like, yeah, but I'm laughing in my Lambo, and you're,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's literally that. But again, it's not about, it's not about the money, it's not about the fame, but we're just trying to be real and let you know the real shit of the game. And this is not just Afro House. This is like across the board. This happens in hip hop, happens in any genre. Money can really, I mean, listen, marketing campaigns is what drives the success of a track most of the times.
Yeah.
So you do need that budget. But when it's done deviously and, in these ways, that's when you're just like, okay, I see how it is. But
Exactly.
let us know what you think about this, guys, because not a lot of people know this side of the business.
No, 100%. 100%.
Let us know what you think about that. 50 minutes in. Wow, I feel like we've chatted for 10 minutes.
Yeah, flying, man. Flying.
Yeah, but last one. I was listening to the J. Cole album, on the plane to
Okay.
Romania. Listened to it back to front. I think there's 2 discs. 10 out of 10.
Really? I'm glad. I'm glad.
I think you're gonna love it, and we can revisit this conversation next week after you listen to it. But quickly, when I was listening to it, I was like, man, who in Afro House has got the talent to make, I don't know, 10 track, not even 10 tracks, like a 20 track 2 disc album? Who could do it? I mean, of course, Caro's done it multiple times. Caro's
Yeah.
an easy one.
I think there I've heard rumors, ramblings. Don't hold me to it, guys, but I mean that's also an obvious answer. Shims is working on an album. He's definitely capable of putting together a full project like that.
Yeah. Even looking at storytelling, someone that could tell a story over two hours.
Yeah. I think it's really difficult with electronic music. I think, with pop and rap, I think it is slightly easier because you have more flexibility to create that cohesion. But yeah, for Afro House especially, I mean, do you think my question for you is those who do albums like a Cairo, Sanel, Da Capo, again, longest time Enunap has been working on an album. I'm calling Cap now because it's been so long. Fucking, if you're
You're calling him
listening,
out.
bro,
If you're listening, come through, man. Come through the
drop
podcast.
it. Fuck, sorry. Drop the album. But do you think that you have to be at that level of experience and age to drop an album in our genre, or do you think a younger guy? We talk about him a lot, like a
No.
Luch, maybe.
Yeah, but Luch has been making music for a long time.
Yeah,
I think Abe Drums can do it.
Ape drums. Yeah,
I would love an Abe Drums album. Even a Hugel. I know people are gonna look at this. What? No, I think Hugel album would do
Hugel for
very well.
sure. I think,
I think
but
a
there's a
Hugel
lot of
album.
guys. I was talking to August the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, how long have you been producing?" He's like, "Oh, I've actually been producing since I was like 13." And that's like over 10 years he's been doing it. So why not? You know what I mean?
Again, August can because I know his output and I know his work rate and how much music he makes.
Yeah.
I think it's all about that. It's like that. You've got to be obsessed, I think, with the production process. I think August has got
Absolutely.
that. Luch has got that. Hugel, just because of the music that he makes and how much he releases. For me, that makes sense. I mean, he releases like every other week. There's a track.
Yeah, he's active.
Abe Drums as well. I mean, the amount of tracks that I've heard from him that are unreleased.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. I could talk about that for like 30 minutes.
Bro, I think an Abe Drums album would go crazy.
Yeah.
But
You know, who I think, I mean, it's not as much Afro House, but like a Jimmy Jules, for example. I think he could make an insane album. Jimmy Jules.
who else? Who else?
Mujo?
I mean, a kind of music album. I feel like we need another kind of music album.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. I think we're ready.
I would love another kind of music album. That would really just shift things. Like, yeah, that would
I was
be
actually
crazy.
listening to Send Return like actually just last week, and I was like, wow, I
It's
miss
good.
the old kind of, for sure.
Good, man. It's good. I think Bun Shopper can do it.
Yeah, he can do it. He can
I
do
know we
it
talk
for
about Bun
sure.
a lot. We're big Bun fans.
Sam and Ajna?
Sam, yes. Sam, yes, for sure. Who
Yeah,
else? Who else? I think that's a
that's
good list, man.
that's a solid list. You know what? It like I understand the game in you know our world. It's a bit more drop once every month, month and a half, 2 months, different labels, singles. It works. It's a good model. But I think we are just missing a little bit of that artistic experience, which I know, you know, on your interview with Cairo, that's what he was talking about. And yeah, that was that was kind of an eye-opening moment because I've always said why would you do an album? There's no point. But there is that artistic expression and storytelling that is missed quite a lot, you
Yeah,
know.
it's more personal. I think also you just don't know how artists make music. Some artists don't just make a track in the moment. They're like, okay, I want to tell a story. So
Yeah.
it's different, and it's a case by case basis. But yeah, man. I mean, Cairo's album Pyramids. Mm, mm, mm,
Killer.
mm, mm, mm.
I agree. One of the greatest.
One of the greatest, bro. One of the greatest. So let's see, man. Let's see. 2026. We're still only 2 months in, not even. So hopefully we'll get a lot more music. But yeah, man. episode 7. That was another episode of Everyone Is a DJ. Let us know your views on the underworld of electronic music, fake streams, all of that. Let us know your biggest Afro House, Icks, what you think about recent releases, and yeah, who should release an album. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the conversation. Wesley, any last words?
Nah, guys, keep us posted. We love to hear from you, and anything you guys want to hear us talk about in future episodes, leave a comment, and much love as always.
Yes, sir.